Man, am I late? Music. There we go. Ooh. Twitch. My name. Okay. Now the other one. Watching that stupid RIPD2 and lost track of time. Never fails. Okay. All the alerts sent out. And now just to sit here and wait. Hey Jack, how you doing? Oh goodness. I believe there's no new guard talk questions, so we should be... Check the spam folder. Fucking spam folder. It's weird how you get an actual email in and it'll put it back to the spam folder like, yep, this guy's clearly spam. Despite being like an original posting. It's not like regular spam. It's fucking annoying. Oh, your email? Oh. That's no biggie. So, more or less, this is guard talk, more or less. And after I address the questions I got in my email, I'll address questions from chat, if there are any. And if there are no questions, then I guess we'll just call it done early. But while I could just do a video of this, me talking, and then posting it on YouTube, I could do that. But I think it's better because in chat, you guys may have questions that may come to mind. Maybe I'm going to talk about, or address, or give you advice, whatever have you. So, it's funny. Most of my guard talk videos kind of went away because I was handing out my phone number to people so I could talk to them person to person and they could get the help they needed from me or advice they needed from me almost immediately. So it's why guard talk kind of trickled off, because I was like, hey, here's my phone number. If you need me, come and talk to me, And they'd call me and we'd chat and I'd give them advice and that kind of stuff. So it's why guard talk kind of died off. But I put out a request for emails. I got a few in. Oh, I did PT today too. I did about, let's see here. Today I did 37,000 pounds, 11 PRs, hip abductors, hip adductors, farmer carry, front raise, sad bend, chest fly, and seated rows. I need to go to the. I keep forgetting to go to the gym on a daily basis. It's kind of fucking me over. I get so distracted with shit. Did I go to the gym? I didn't go to the gym. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and address the first question I have on my little list here, and it's all anonymous, so I don't say names or anything. If I can manage it. But this email says, "Let me regale you with the latest batch of bullshit I had to deal with. A coworker and friend of mine jumped the gun having me cover for him at work. I said, let me check and I'll get back to you, and he took it as a yes. Needless to say, the night I'm supposed to cover for him comes around and I have a paper. I was able to get someone else to cover for him, but he's mad I wasn't there. Also, I have to deal with a coworker who is completely retarded, and his incompetence has almost killed multiple people multiple times, and management ain't doing shit about it. My manager has been dumping more and more responsibility onto onto me now. I'm the most senior team member, and that I have a pacer license. The thing is, I have no control over the guys, and he expects me to both do my job and ride their asses about their performance as well. Yours, Poster. So this is a standard thing, really. This is a hard thing to really like get away from. But once you are the senior person there, you're more or less a non-paid supervisor. No matter where I went or what job I had, I usually end up being the senior over time. And despite not being paid like supervisor pay, it was up to me. I had all this stuff dumped onto me to go take care of, especially doing security work. Like, hey, go check on so-and-so. Like, why I gotta check them? Well, you're the one out there and you're the senior. Like, oh, fucking shut up, I'll do it. You know. And unfortunately, I mean, if they are putting you in this particular, line of fire, you could technically pull your weight. You could do it. It's a risk depending on what job you're at. But if they're saying, hey, you gotta take care of the guys, cool, so-and-so's a fuck up, you gotta fire him. And if they're trying to waffle on you, say, okay, cool, fire him or I quit. And because, it's one of those things where I fire him or I want to file a report on you and him. Like, if a guy is almost getting people killed and your boss ain't doing shit about it, report them. There are times where you have to hold your retarded management feet over the fire. And it sucks, and you're probably getting shit over it, but there are people you can contact and go, hey, this guy's going to get someone fucking killed. It is better to say that I tried to do something over things than to the point where you don't do something, you're not active in it, and someone gets killed anyway. And then you have this train of thought of where maybe if I had gone and reported these dipshits, so-and-so might still be alive. I've done this dozens of times doing security work, and I've gotten folks fired because they were fucking stupid and they were going to kill somebody. And I would not be able to live with the thought of this dickhead getting someone fired because I didn't do anything. So it's a shitty fuck situation, and I wish you weren't in this situation, but you gotta start pulling your weight. Because if you are a senior team member and you have a pacer license, start pulling your weight, man. Like, be like, hey, you guys better fix this shit, or I'm gonna come down on top of you and report your ass. Because Dick Nuts is gonna get is gonna get someone killed, and I ain't gonna deal with that shit. Like, literally, you have to start applying yourself to rectifying these issues. If you don't, someone may die, and I guarantee if someone does die, they're gonna blame you. I am willing to bet money on if you don't do anything about it, if you don't report this man, if you don't have a paper trail on this guy, he's going to kill somebody, and they're going to blame you. Guarantee they're going to blame you. Well, that guy was the senior team member, and we gave him the job of managing this dude, and he killed someone under his supervision. These people will throw you under the bus faster than a supervillain. Do your paperwork, report these people, cover your ass and the asses of others. That's what I gotta say about that. Next email is, greetings and salutations, Garbro. This is the first time I'm doing this, so forgive me if I'm doing something wrong. First off, I've been a viewer and subscriber since you first started posting the Veil Riders series, and you have inspired me to follow my own passion for fiction writing and storytelling. Any tips for first-time writers? Shit, man. Just write. No one starts out good at writing. You're going to be shit at writing. I was shit at writing when I first started out. My early green text writings were cringe. They were cringe as fuck, and they're cringe as fuck today. But writing is like working out. You got to get your reps in. You got to break past the initial barriers and really feel out your writing style and what you want to write. There is no right or wrong way to write. I mean, there are these accepted ways to write, which are honestly draconian, but there are basic grammar rules you have to follow. So look up your grammar. But the biggest thing is consistency. Like in my writing, I capitalize the H in human, and I capitalize directions like north, south, southwest. In normal grammar, you don't actually capitalize human or directions, but I do because I think it looks better. So, but the biggest thing is basic grammar. If you can nail basic grammar, you'll be fine. And just start writing. And I review probably 12 things to me in email a month of people writing, hey, could you look it over? Like, yeah, I'll look it over. And the biggest thing is just get your reps in. Find a website. I know there are like dozens of websites where you can go and write stuff. And find the topic you like, find a topic that interests you, and start writing. Just jump into it and see how it goes. That's the best thing you can do, really, is just do it. Hey, Jade, well, how you doing? Hey, I rate synonym rules like grammar used to make, yeah. But yeah, just get out there and write. That's all you gotta do. Okie dokie. Next email. Any advice for just feeling fully disconnected from everyone? No real interest in finding a partner since relationships burn out because she wants an open one, or she gets dumped for cheating. While I'm always putting into being a good boyfriend and not just going for some fling, and I'm putting my heart into it. Prefer just to have time to self to do what I like now. Get told you're heavily depressed, but don't feel like any depression. Feel like people arguing / stressing over small things as a major waste of time, and just feeling like emotions have left / been put on the back burner besides a chuckle or so for memes here and there. Just drone mode moving forward. And yes, I'm good. No need to worry or anything, because I know if I keep patience and moving forward, I'll eventually find what these people call true happiness and such. Hey, yeah. So that's. I wish I could say that feeling disconnected from everyone was a rare thing, but it's not. The main problem with feeling disconnected is just how the lay of the land is around you. Usually when folks call me about this kind of problem, it's due to the town they live in. Now, it may seem kind of silly or dumb, and of course it's really hard to just up and move just to feel better. But usually people are not burning out from people, they're being burned out from their current environment. Now, why people burn out or why it's how it is, I couldn't tell you. But from what I've discovered, and of those who have moved, I know there are about 3 guys who have moved from their current state to another state, and they immediately got better. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a constant worn-in environment that's kind of happening there. Like, if you stay in the same... Like, say, for instance, you stay in the same town you were born in, you lived in, and now you're an adult in that town. I mean, it's all kind of trite and true, and you know what's going to happen. I mean, there's no real excitement. You already know all the people. There's no one really new you can go talk to, and that can cause you to kind of disassociate from everything. And of the 3 guys who've done it, like I said, they moved. I know one moved from South Carolina to Montana, and he's a lot happier now. He found a wife. He got married last month after, I think, about 6 months of courtship, which I thought was rather soon. And I talked to him about that, but he was really adamant about how happy they were, and they're doing fine now. She's already pregnant, so they're fast moving, but they appear to be really happy. And he says he hasn't been this happy in 5, 6, 7 years. So I think it's mostly an issue where people get bored and tired of the people they're around, of their environment, of the town they're in, and it could just be, the times we be living in, but it's usually an environmental thing, such as, stress and all that. So if you're feeling disconnected from people, you just try and see how things are on another lawn, if you can. If not, I would actually say if you can't move away or move somewhere else and get another job or try and change where you are, at least branch out online. We live in a very big, wide world, all connected by the internet. And you could find relationships online. You can do it. I did it. And I've been married for 13 years now, which did take Now, my marriage did take a hit because of COVID and stresses and things I was doing wrong and things that she was doing wrong, and we're working through that. But you can find people who will love you for who you are online. Be choosy. For love of God, be choosy. Don't take the first fucking fish that bites. But you can find people who will like you for who you are online, for sure. And you may not feel like you're depressed, but it may be an underlying depression because you're like, you left out some certain details that can't really leverage off of and really give you the what for. But this is a kind of depression. When you disconnect from people, it's because they don't make you happy. You disconnect from people because you're like, you make me, I don't like you, I'm not happy with you, you make me unhappy, you start pushing these people away because they make you unhappy, which underlying causes, which causes an underlying effect of depression because no one makes you happy, except for memes, apparently. If you can't move somewhere else to try and find new people and start again, look online for people who mesh with you well enough. Not unlike, don't go to 4chan or some shit, but like go to forums, go to dating websites, whatever you want to do, and try and find someone that makes you happy, or at least whether it's a man or a woman, someone who makes you happy, someone who makes you have a friendship or a relationship. Try and find someone who makes you smile. I found out that I have to be very picky and choosy, but I have people who, when I meet them, they make me laugh. They make me smile. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. If it was easy, no one would be depressed. It's not easy. But it's something you have to do. So, I wish I could say it was I wish I could say it was a simple fix, but it's not. It's really, really hard. But it's something you have to do because human beings aren't designed to be lonely. They're really not. You got to build up, the pack around you. You got to find different people who will join your pack, your clan, your friend group, whatever you want to call it. You have to find those people to be fully human being, So you're one of the guys who I prefer you called me and talked to me about it. So I'm sure you'll listen to this podcast and know your email. If you can, email me again, and I'll send you my phone number. You can talk voice to voice. You can actually tell me your full situation. That way I can fully give you the amount of advice you may need, for sure. Next email. Pirate. Guard, I know you have said stuff about there being naval sections for the books coming down the pipe. Any word of veiled Marines coming along with that? I want to see what a far less scrupulous and restricted corpse would get up to Fantasyland. So, I have thought about it quite a bit. And I want to really leverage off the word Marine as a literal word, like actual Marines. So, there are merfolk and waterfolk in the book. There are the Yamatu, and there are a few other ones. I know Gonzali is one of like the little minor gods who's a giant merman. And I want to try and leverage off the marine aspect of Marines, how there be Marines and dry Marines, and dry Marines will be the two-legged folk who don't go to water much. Slap Salad, thank you for giving me... God damn it, Slap. Thank you for Prime for 12 months. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm not sure how far down the pipeline that will be, but I want to kind of fuck with the idea quite a bit, because eventually things will hit the water. That's a Ramines. That will definitely, it has to happen. You can't ignore the water forever, so I don't know when that would be, but I hope to, for sure, to work on it. Howdy, Guard. I hope all is well after getting help. I was worried about you. I wanted to let you know about that your stories and content got me through a few rough patches in the last couple years of my life, and for that I'm grateful. Anyways, my question, what would your shit the fan loadout look like? I assumed the K2 would be included. So this is a bit long-winded. Cheers from SC. So I mean, my philosophy on shit the fan scenarios. Go fast, go light, and get a vehicle. Probably the biggest ones. The thing about the vehicle is that as much as I want to say, like, pack your tent and shit, you have a vehicle because 2 legs will only get you so far. And if things are bad enough where you have to flee your home, you're going to want a vehicle of some kind, a truck, a quad, a dirt bike, a horse, something. You want to have a thing where you can tie all the shit you want onto it, be able to go fast and go hard and then go into the woods somewhere, quite literally. Because you need shelter, food, a way to get fresh water, and the biggest things, shelter, fresh water, food. And if you can manage to get a horse, horses run on grass, unrefined ethanol, as many of us call it. But if you get a motorbike or a quad, they can go for quite a bit and can maintain rough terrain. Trucks are harder to hide, cars are harder to hide, but you can haul more inside them. I think the best setup would be a quad or a bike or a motorbike that get good mileage, are quite efficient, can run on probably ethanol fuels or biofuels, and then having your shelter all set up. You have a rucksack on your back you wear while you ride, and you just fucking hit hard out and go in the woods and you wait. The biggest thing is a radio, in my opinion. You need some kind of radio to maintain, access to what's going on outside. You're going to need that. Really burpy today. Without a radio, you won't know what's going where. If you don't have a radio, you have to go into town and stalk and watch things, which is really hard to do. So a radio will help you maintain contact and listen to what's going on. If you should flee, if things are safe, And another thing is tradable goods, which if shit hits the fan is going to be food. If you can figure out a way to get lots of food and then smoke it and then sell it, you'd be way better off.
Golf cart, Florida Crusader.
Golf cart? Golf cart runs on batteries. Unless you have a solar charger, that bitch gonna run out pretty fucking quick, I reckon. And the biggest thing about, this thing is getting friends. Friends keep you alive far longer than you being alone. That's the biggest thing. So, the biggest thing before you start putting your pack together, find a friend group of folks you can trust that you all can link up and, take care of each other. Another big thing. How the horse doing? The horse found a new home, finally. The horse has found a forever home, and she is now there. She is now a lawn ornament for a very rich man in a mansion. So she'll be living out her dreams with a nice fresh barn and good feed and about 60 acres of land. So she'll be fine. She'll be fine. All right. So that's all the emails I have right now. If you're in chat, if you want to send an email right now, here is the email you can send it to. So you can either ask in chat your questions or things you want advice on, or if it's really touchy, you can use the email and send me your question. And because usually I get, I had a lot of these, but I've been giving out my phone number so much, folks just call me or text me about things they need. So it's kind of a... So your thing didn't play, Crusader, but it says they make hybrid. Oh, there it is.
Also thoughts on my ParaDMR M14 build.
They make hybrid ones. Also thoughts on my ParaDMR M14 build. I mean, people shit on the M14 all the time, really, and I don't really know why. The M14 is a highly reliable NATO rifle. I mean, not NATO, but 7.62 by 5.1 NATO or 308. And it's good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not, I mean, you can buy a tactical M14. There are SOCOMs out there that are basically a fucking high-speed M14, and they work just fine. They actually work really well. They put 308 into targets. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Did you send me a picture of your thing? I don't know if you did or not. Crusader. Let's see. You may have sent me a... Because we were discussing harpies and parrot jumping, but I don't see anything but your rifle in there. Hey Guard, I've been enjoying your content since you first appeared on Neckbeardia. I appreciate that, Jack. The fucking thing is, Neckbeardia really gave me a leg up on doing all this. I don't think I'd be here without James and Megan, to be honest with you. Like, folks always laugh about it, like, you're really here because Neckbeardia. Like, yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I know. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. It's not like a huge fucking secret. Like, yeah, I know. You're not telling me anything. You're not telling me anything I don't already know for sure. Like, I know. Like, I know I'm only here because of Neckbeardia, and I owe him a lot. I really do. It's why, like, I do all the stuff for him. Like, I go on his videos, and I just enjoy being there with him because he got me here. He got me in this house, you know, this writing house where I'm writing all these stories. I have a fan base. It's great, and I owe him everything, really, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't know why some folks are so afraid to admit that they're where they are because of others. I mean, it is what it is. There are folks who are where they are because of me, and folks who know that I'm where I am because of Neckbeardia. It is what it is. Ever been cold weather camping, and what are some tips for some new people Oh, so it's cold weather camping. Okay. So the big thing about cold weather camping is your sleeping system, water management, heat management, and keeping your fucking socks dry. That's probably the biggest things. Cold weather camping, or survival, but also cold weather camping, the biggest thing is knowing your limits and understanding the degrees of temperature, really. Like in mountain warfare training and all that fun stuff, and cold weather training and all that bullshit, they teach you, you know, that the cold will kill you, and like you need more calories, you need more water. If you don't drink water, you get colder faster. Learning how to pee without taking your clothes off, and learning how to shit without getting, you know, without getting too exposed. How to break the wind, how to keep the wind off. I mean, my God, just keeping the wind off you. If you're able to keep the wind out of your camp, or just your tent and your fire, you'll stay 10 times warmer than the wind not touching you. About using cover, about using terrain, how to properly dig in your campsite. That, and if you go on YouTube, there are tons of guys who teach you how to do this, for sure. I think the hardest part about cold weather camping is the fact that you get to bring in all your tinder. You can still make really wet, snowy wood burn. It's quite easy. The hardest part is having your tinder managed, or managing your tinder and packing in stuff to get your fire started. And when you do have your fire started, to keep wood around your fire to dry it out. Mountain warfare sucked. Yeah. But yeah, so when you're out in the cold, wet environment, once you get your fire started, take wood and arrange it around your fire so your fire will dry that shit out. And what you don't use, you pack. The biggest thing is, if I didn't use this wood and it's dry, you pack it, you roll it up in a little like bivy tarp or a baggie or whatever you got, and you make sure that shit stays nice and dry. At your new location, you pull your dry wood out, you take out your little hatchet, you start carving off new tinder off that dry wood. You know, there's all kinds of tips and tricks and all that. You know, just absorb all the knowledge you can. But everyone has their own way of doing things, their own tips, all that bullshit. The most important thing is absorbing all of it and pulling out the things that you need. Most importantly, because not every wet, cold environment is the same. Like, say you're in the Appalachian Mountains, right? It's cold, it's wet, it's mountainous. It's way different than a cold environment of like the tundra, where it's flat as fuck and there's nowhere to hide. It's all different. Every cold, like, it'd like be like comparing Colorado to Kansas. Both can get really, really cold, really, really wet, but they're extremely different in how you react to the environment, for sure. Like here, it's all about wind. Avoid the wind. In Colorado, it's about getting dug in and avoiding getting snowed in, really. Or, you know, not getting lost and falling down mountains. You know, it's all kinds of weird shit you gotta take care of, no matter where you are. Opinions on hot tents, cash or cringe? Cringe. Hot tents require a lot of stuff. I know there are a few YouTubers who have hot tents, like, oh yeah, I just pack it all in on my back. Yeah, sure you do, bud. You have a quad, like, off screen, don't lie to me. Never thought of that, but it's just, yeah, so, you know, it is what it is, Jack. I am here able to do what I'm doing because of James, you know. Let's see here. Any emails yet? Oh, there's an email. Okay. So, hey, guard, bro. I was wanting to talk about mithril. Is it more of an element or a compound? If it is a compound, is it sort of like quartz, how it creates electricity under pressure? Mithril is not really an element. It's more of a compound. It's not like halogen or some shit where it's like a little element. It's more of a compound. It's created via, you know, kind of like how gold ore is, or quartz or crystals. It's formed in that way, but it's more like a metal. I know most metals are a quote-unquote element, but I like to think of mithril as basically like a hybrid of element and compound, you know. Because I know in most shows, mithril's super light and super strong, and I was like, fuck that. It's super strong because it's super fucking heavy. You know? Like, mithril armor is fucking heavy, but it's also really hard to fucking kill. And I like the idea of, like, when you have, like, percussion, bong, on mithril, it's so strong and converts that energy into a reaction. And I tossed around the ideas of having heat as a reaction, or having, like, other stuff happen as a reaction, but I figured that arcs of electricity would be kind of fun to have, you know. That's just what I did, you know. There are a lot of folks who try to argue. I have folks who try to argue the science of mithril, and I have to remind them that mithril doesn't exist. Well, actually, like, hey, bud, it's a fake element. It doesn't exist. Shut up. Happens all the fucking time, dude. Happens all the fucking time. Well, actually, mithril, like, bro, it doesn't exist. Shut up. Like, I hate how people try and argue this shit. Like, yes, mithril was made by mithril was first invented by Tolkien, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that mithril is a Tolkienic invention. I'm pretty sure. But it's like, he has, like, hey, I like that idea. I want to take it another direction. You know? And that's what I did. And people are like, well, mithril, because they're using like Tolkien sites. I'm like, no. This doesn't apply here. You know what I mean? But anyway, to your question, I think it's more of a hybrid element, where it's an element comprised of compounds. When those compounds are struck, it has a reaction to that energy being put into it. You know. Hey, Jack. Take care, bud. Appreciate you hanging out. Whew. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I know, Flash. Mithril cooked up like yellow cake. I don't know what you mean by that at all. Like yellow cake. Fucking you what my... I do not understand. What happens if the field stays in the field? Yeah, no joke. Oh, goodness. Mithril nukes? I mean, I don't think you can salt a nuke with mithril and have it really do anything. I know cobalt, you can salt a nuke with cobalt, and that makes it like super deadlier, but I don't think mithril would do much for a nuke. I mean, a nuke's a nuke. Like, hey, yeah, we put electrical discharge in your nuke. Thanks, it sucks more now. Like, you can't really beat a nuke in that regard. Is it like cast iron cornbread dropped on a VTuber? What the fuck? Oh, yellow cake is refined uranium. Oh, okay. I thought you meant like yellow cake, like the dessert. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, my fucking baker brain kicked. I was like, yellow cake? What the fuck? Like, are you hungry? Oh, goodness. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Nugget Fest. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, how Killjoy maimed and forever marred a fucking rye. got to get that mithril cornbread. Man, this cornbread dense as hell. Clang. Oh, goodness. Any word in the name of the bronze book? So Gundar, I'm doing the pre-orders for the first Emily Bronze book in January, as well as dropping the Veil Rider TTRPG on Kickstarter also in January. In December, I'll be drawing up the front cover, and then after pre-orders, I will, because here's the thing, Gundar, I publish these books via myself, and I pay for the books and the publishing via pre-orders. So I have to put the book on pre-order and hope it gets enough pre-orders to actually get the book published. It's a bit fucky-wucky, and I hate I have to do it this way, but I have to because ain't no one gonna touch my fucking book. Like, without like, well, here's the thing though. Like, here's what really grills my beans about this shit is that Emily Braun's book, it checks all the boxes of what these folks want, and they don't want it. They don't fucking want it. Like, I've had people go, like, I've had emails go, well, we don't think it's really the best fit for us. I'm like, you guys wanted lesbian books. I remember that shit. Like, it was on your want list. Like, what the fuck? Sentient mithril golems win. How dare you? Yeah. Why no 40mm or AT in Emily Bronze or Nod/thermals? Who says there isn't? The thing is, they haven't been present yet. There's been no need for them. And why would you want to go hunt a shadow creature at night? That sounds like a horrible fucking idea. Yeah, Gundar, that whole fucking thing. Oh my god. Another email. Sup, Guard. I'm curious as to what your favorite military surplus is. Also, what is your view of War Wave? Oh, hey, Jiwa. I do like War Wave. They'll pop up on my mix on YouTube every once in a while, and they're fun. They're parts of history, really. And as for favorite military surplus, I like the Bundeswehr, the Austrian. So the Bundeswehr or Bundeswehr? Hold on. Austrian military, because Bundes 1 is one and Bundes 2 is the other. Bundesheer is Austrian, yeah. So Austrian surplus is always dope, dude. The Austrians make good shit. My new rucksack's Austrian. My mess kit is Austrian. I mean, it's all. And the Austrians make really good shit. And like my boots are Austrian. Like if I look at military and go, oh yeah, it's Austrian. Like done. Fucking sign me up because it's not gonna be shit. Austrians make really good surplus. Gotta get that shadow creature bussy. Yeah, thanks, Yerlin, for that horrifying thought. Killjoy, all those can openers, those are P51s, those are all US surplus. The one that you stole. You stole it from us. You really went yoink. But those P51s, actually, let's see here. P51s. P51 can opener. You can buy those on Amazon. Yeah, so a set of P38s and P51s will cost you like $5 on Amazon. You know what I mean? Like, and actually really handy for sure. Like a 3-piece set of these can openers will cost you like $5. Yeah. Really good stuff. I like watching Zoomers try and use them and fail. Always brings me joy. I didn't say that, Crusader. You gotta earn your mountain tabs sometime, homeboy. Hey, it's a grenade. Don't worry, boys. I'll jump on this one. How's it going, boss man? Been a while. Well, meme soul. Bleh. It's been a rough ride. You've been aware of all the drama, I'm sure, and more or less, I had to do a lot of stuff and work through some things. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm doing better now. It's it's a process. You know what I mean? It's all a process. Spidusi, please stop. I beg you. I beg you, please. It's amazing how many guys, actually, a lot of guys want art of that centipede lady in the Emily Brown's book. If y'all remember, towards the end, they're in Under Vegas, and you go into that bordello, and there's the moth girls and the centipede lady, and folks want art of that fucking centipede lady. Holy shit, man. I wouldn't really call it drama, more like just life issues. You know what I mean? I think drama is overused for what it is. Sometimes people just have issues. It is what it be. You know, every person's gonna hit is gonna hit a low point. And calling it drama tends to actually mar and kind of disrespect what folks are going through. Drama's for Twitterites and barbecue people. They have drama. Most folks just have life problems. Let's see. Hey, remember that one YouTuber I sent a link to who was doing a job that was killing him physically? Well, he got a new job that works and it seems to be working out for him. Ah, good. Hell, this little shit, though. Fuck me. God damn it. Me and that Spider Girl wife. Monster Girls are where it's at? Yeah, I know. If only they were real. Every day I see a world with no monster girls and think, oh, what could be? What greatness we could have. When can I commission a VR art piece of the VR writers having a Christmas party in the Unicorn? I have no idea. I am so backed up. I gotta get Grug being pegged done. I gotta get this piece for Fire Force Ventures done. I gotta get Mr. Personality shit done for sure. I probably cannot take any more fucking commissions. I just can't. I'm too behind as it is. And I'm fucking up because I keep hitting mental blocks with art. Like, and I gotta draw. Now to stare at that bitch like, God damn it, just draw! And I can't do it. Like, I don't know. It's like artist PTSD or some shit. Shark Girls are the best. Fight me. He has heat problems and is working with his doc. Ah, I see. Oh, heart problems. Okay. The Grug thing? Yeah. Yeah, right, fighter guy. Goodness. But yeah. Right now, it's just really annoying all the way through because me and Nick are getting flack from all these fucking barbecue people. Especially on Twitter. I've been blocked a lot of times on Twitter now. It seems like. Goodness. How could you say that? I'm a person. Like, yeah, get over your fucking self. Like, it's just so tiring, these fucking people. So tiring. Every day's a fucking, like, victim, like a fucking victim tournament. Like, I'm the victim. No, I'm a worse victim. And I'm like, would you both just shut the fuck up? Good lord. Who are the barbecue people? Barbecue people.